Hi there, I am Tanya Windiger and I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder myself, and today I want to talk about dissociation. Okay, have you ever sat on a couch and you realize, oh my gosh, I just lost like 6 hours. What did I do? I don't even remember what I was thinking about in those 6 hours. I just lost this chunk of time. Has it ever felt like this to you? A lot of people know that about dissociation, that spacing out a bit. But there's more to dissociation. It's also that sense that I am not one person. You have all these little fragments everywhere. And I don't know about you, but I find that a lot harder to deal with than the chunks of time that I lose. That's quite frustrating and so forth as well. But the sense of that fragmented self, that caused me so much pain and inner turmoil and shame and stuff as well. It's really difficult to deal with because people think it's normal. I'm like this at home. I wear a different hat when I'm at work. I wear a different hat when I'm at the sports club and so forth, and that's normal. But if you have complex PTSD, if you have been through a lot of trauma and abuse, then that is very distinctly different when it feels like the way you dare is totally different and it's not me the way I'm over here. And sometimes I have no recollection of that I did this at any point in my life. Like I said once that I can't cook, and then someone looked at me and was like, "You can't cook?" I said, "No." And he said, "But you were a chef." And it's like, was I? And that's dissociation. That part of my life, those years that I was chefing, I totally compartmentalized this off. I had no access to this. It wasn't that I was lying, I had no access to this. And this is what makes it so difficult to feel whole. I felt crazy, really. I don't know, but he had experiences like that too. And I had to do a lot of work. And luckily I have very lovely friends that helped me there as well to keep reminding me of the things that I did so I can kind of make those connections. And in therapy as well, I had similar situations where I thought I'd never done anything, and then my therapist, I've had the same therapist for quite a number of years, so he knew a lot of my experiences and things that I did. So he was listing all those things, all those courses I did and things I tried and holidays I went on. And it's like, how do you know? I could not do that. I could not speak like this about my own life. I could not get a timeline of my own life. I had no idea because everything was really sectioned off. So I really worked on it. And the great thing is that our brain has tremendous capacity to change. And yes, it takes a lot of patience, and yes, it takes a lot of work, but you can get there too. Okay, so I just had this big piece of paper where I've written down every time something came up or a friend reminded me of something that I did. Like, remember when you tried to learn how to play the flute? And so it went down on this timeline, and I looked at this timeline every single day. And then I spent a little bit of time trying to remember how I felt or what it was like when I tried to learn to play the flute, what it was like when I was working in the kitchen, what it was like when I was doing this course, to jump around, to help myself to make those connections and feel like this is me, this is all one person. So this exercise kind of really helped me to remember or make those connections in my own life, and being able to speak about all the things that I did and use skills that I learned in one area in another area, because before that I could not do that. So, but as always, I'd love to know what kind of exercises you did that helped you there. I mean, this is just so basic to just write that down, but I found it really, really beneficial. So, but I'd love to hear your thoughts as always. And in the meantime, lots and lots of love and rainbows to brighten up the tough times just a little.